The soul, yes? And the question is, what about the soul before coming here? What's your question? What is your question?
My question is, the soul is not man, not woman. But at the end, when Molana said about paternity, is the soul still soul? What is it?
Ask Molana.
Demande à Molana, elle demande à propos de l'âme, est-ce qu'elle est homme ou femme? Et qu'est-ce qu'elle devient après dans l'éternité?
Les deux à la fois.
Well, we will know.
Le
Ya
saura.
Rab.
Inch'Allah.
Amin.
You know the story of the three fighters, these three mountains. They go to the light, like a butterfly.
Les papillons de nuit. Vous connaissez l'histoire des papillons de nuit?
They go to they love the light, no? They go come to the light. And there were three of them, and they saw a candle.
Il y avait 3 papillons de nuit qui regardaient
Beautiful candle, beautiful light.
une belle bougie avec une lumière magnifique.
And they are so enhanced and happy by this light.
Ils étaient tellement heureux et enthousiastes de cette lumière.
They are speaking about it all the time.
Ils en parlaient tout le temps.
It's like that, and so beauty and moving.
Ils la décrivaient, elle est tellement belle, elle bouge.
Speaking.
Ils en parlaient tout le temps de cette lumière de la bougie.
Then they notice that it's not satisfying them to speak about it.
Et puis au bout d'un moment, ils se sont rendus compte que ça ne les satisfaisait pas d'en parler.
So they decided to do something.
Ils ont décidé de faire quelque chose.
And one of them said, "Oh, I go nearer."
Il y en a un qui a dit, bon, je vais aller voir plus près.
Going near the flame, surrounding.
Il est allé proche de la flamme, il a tourné autour.
When he comes back
Ensuite, il est revenu,
and tells his experience,
il a parlé de son expérience.
and says, "Really, really nice.
Elle a dit, c'est vraiment magnifique, c'est vraiment
So
beau.
moving and so
Elle
beautiful.
bouge.
Also warm.
C'est
Very
vraiment très
warm.
beau. C'est aussi très chaud.
And this and that and shining
Et
and
ceci,
radiant."
c'est brillant. Et
But then the other two, they said,
les deux autres
talking.
papillons, ils se disent, bon,
Still we don't know.
on est encore en train de parler.
Second one said,
on ne
"I
sait
go
pas.
really near.
Et le deuxième a dit, bon, je vais aller vraiment près cette fois.
I will a little bit in it also."
Je vais essayer de voir un peu dedans.
He is going to the flame very near.
Il est passé dans la flamme,
Half his wing burnt.
la moitié de son aile a brûlé.
He came back.
Il est revenu,
He said, "It's really nice.
c'est vraiment magnifique, c'est vraiment beau.
Magnifique. It was great. It was shining. It
grand,
was warm. It was
brillant.
not warm. It's hot. Look,
C'est pas chaud, c'est brûlant. Regarde.
very hot, but it's very nice."
Mais c'est vraiment excellent.
The third one was singing,
Troisième, il s'est dit vraiment,
"Ma salam." He's just taking direction to the flame,
il donne le salam et puis il a pris la direction de la flamme de la bougie
directly inside.
et il est passé directement
The
dessus.
other one, they're looking. They
deux
see
autres.
the silhouette, the burning silhouette of the butterfly.
Ils ont juste vu la silhouette enflammée de son...
And then nothing.
Et puis plus rien. Et leur compagnon et puis plus rien.
Disappeared.
Il a disparu.
Then coming a fourth.
Et ensuite, un quatrième papillon de nuit est venu.
And it was a wise one.
C'était un sage parmi les papillons de nuit.
And he said to the other two,
Il a dit aux deux autres,
"Look, your friend,
regardez, votre ami maintenant,
he knows. Now he knows.
maintenant il sait,
He knows the reality.
il connaît la réalité de cette bougie.
But he can't tell you.
Mais il ne pourra pas vous le dire.
Cannot tell you. There is a big question, I think.
Grande question.
Anyone may say something.
Tout le monde peut en parler.
I have a little story, if
Tout
you
le monde
don't mind.
peut dire quelque chose.
Story.
A little one.
Bismillah.
Je vais le dire en français, tu traduiras parce que ça sera...
Inch'Allah.
Inch'Allah. Il y avait la lumière, une très forte lumière, donc chez Dieu c'était une
There
forte
was
lumière.
a very big light
Et il y avait une petite âme qui était là, qui était lumineuse, donc
to Allah place. There was such a light, and there was a
soul,
little soul
qui était là, qui faisait partie de la lumière.
who was
Where was it? In Allah's place?
Yeah.
Allah's presence.
Allah's presence. One
Yes.
little soul, yes?
Yeah, one
Le
little soul.
soul qui chante, qui criait, moi la lumière, je suis la lumière, je suis la lumière, je suis la lumière.
Was inside the light, and she was chanting, "I am the light. I am the light."
Et bon, et Dieu, bon, il s'est dit, bon, ok, parce que tout le monde elle embêtait tout le monde. Donc du coup, il l'a pris et il l'a mis dans l'ombre.
She was this little voice, this little soul. She was boring everybody there. Because of
Every
light,
other souls, because she is the soul,
claiming that
she's the light.
Bring out the nerves of the other.
Yeah.
And then Allah take this little and put in the shadow.
Et là, elle commençait à pleurer, mais pourquoi tu me mets là, toute cette noirceur, c'est horrible, je souffre, c'est pas possible. C'est tout noir ici.
It's very dark. I'm afraid.
Et Dieu lui dit,
Allah.
contente-toi d'être une petite lumière. Là, dans cette shadow.
Be
Contente-toi d'être...
happy just to be a little light there.
Voilà.
Good. Yes, yes. Yes. Good story.
C'est une bonne histoire.
What do you say?
They told me in Suriname, I was there last week, and people from another group, they say, soul never dies. Soul never dies.
Donc j'étais au Suriname et des gens m'ont dit l'âme ne meurt jamais.
And at the end of Surah Yasin,
Et à la fin de la Sourate Yasin,
when you finish it, at least
quand vous finissez,
everything will perish except the face of Allah.
it's not Surat Yasin, it's another
At the
verse.
end of Surah Yasin,
We read it.
What's the last verse?
not the
كل
last
شيء
verse.
هالك كل
Not the-
شيء هالك.
Yes, yes.
Everything will vergaan except the face of Allah. So I interpreted that where the souls are going, I don't know, but the only thing which stays is the face of Allah. Everything will goes in eternity, and the only thing what will stay is the face of Allah.
Yes.
That's why my question is here in Naqshbandi, what is the difference? Because they say souls never die.
Non, la question de la
No
cesse,
time.
à propos de la question du fait que l'âme ne meurt jamais. Et donc en comparaison avec ce qu'on dit dans le verset qu'on récite qui dit toute chose est amenée à disparaître, à s'évanouir, sauf la face de Allah. Et elle demande une explication par rapport à ce que l'âme ne meurt jamais, mais aussi qu'il n'y reste rien si ce n'est la face de Allah, finalement.
Yeah, but that is ruh. Spirit. Not nafs. Spirit. Ruh. It is very difficult. I mean, for me, it's very difficult.
Yes, I'm also
It's ruh and nafs and
يا أيتها
and
النفس
akhl.
Yes. يا أيتها النفس مطمئنة ارجعي.
Hey,
Go and come back.
no, no. Irji ila rabbika
إلى ربك.
mardiyan. Radiyatan mardiyan.
So this nafs is happy with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala happy with. The return, irji.
Understand? Surah Al-Fajr.
Yes.
Tell her in Dutch.
I had experience like that. It's not easy to talk about it in a group.
Now I speak.
En français, French. Tell him.
No, it's right, it's right.
ارجعي إلى ربك
إلى
راضية
ربي
مرضية.
راضية مرضية فادخلي في عبادي فادخلي جنتي. صدق الله. يا أيتها النفس المطمئنة.
Voilà. Fais confiance en toi.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is addressing the nafs there, which is became mutma'in, calm,
Yes,
and content.
yes.
This is after the murid has gone through all these phases, I think, with the Shaykh. When Maulana finished the Khalwa in Medina, 6 months, they heard the ugly sound. Then Maulana Shaykh Abdullah Faiz Al-Sani Kadasa said, Shaitan was upset he lost you. So it's in the one of the book, Shaykh. So I think this is what happened there.
Yes. Allah is addressing the soul, mashallah, what an honor.
Là, c'est adressé aux âmes. Quel
Same
honneur.
time. Oh, soul.
Pour vous, les âmes.
That's enough.
Ça suffit.
I cannot ask these questions.
Je ne peux pas répondre à cette question.
No? Yes. But we believe. We believe that.
Mais nous croyons en ça.
We're believing. Simply believing.
Simplement.
You know, with our capacity to believe.
Avec nos capacités à croire.
And that there is eternity. How it looks, what we know, how we can know. We don't know even paradise.
Nous croyons en
There's a
l'éternité.
difference between Wajhullah and paradise.
Il y a une
Face
différence.
of Allah and paradise. There's a difference. Some people they are in
La
paradise.
face de Allah et le paradis. Il y a encore une différence.
Naqshbandis and the holy people, the Silsila of the Naqshbandis,
La
the
chaîne,
saints of the
La
Naqshbandis,
chaîne
they are
des
not
saints.
content with paradise.
la
Or
chaîne des
Rabia
saints
Adawiyya, she was not interested in paradise or hell.
dans la Naqshbandi, ou bien
She was
même
not
les
interested
autres saints
in fear
ne sont pas intéressés par
from
le,
hell or in the longing for the
par le
paradise.
paradis.
Both he was not interested.
ou la crainte de l'enfer. Ça ne les intéresse pas.
He was only interested in the face of
Ils
Allah.
sont juste intéressés par la face de Allah.
And then there is also the reason on Friday,
C'est aussi la raison pour
on the
laquelle
Juma day,
le vendredi,
Quran said in the paradise, the people in paradise,
les gens du paradis
they are perfectly happy, no?
sont parfaitement
But it's
heureux
increasing always also.
parce que cette joie augmente chaque fois.
And on that day, the veil is lifted.
Parce que ce jour-là,
There's still a veil.
les voiles du paradis, il y a encore un voile.
Veil, Allah draws the veil from his face
Allah
and looks to the people of paradise with his face.
écarte le voile et donc les gens du paradis voient sa face le vendredi.
And then everyone, no move, they are only, everyone, whole paradise
Tout le paradis
directed to the face of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
est centré sur le visage, la face divine.
Then he closes
Et ensuite,
it,
il le referme,
and the people, they
il rabat le voile
come back to their stations in paradise.
et les gens retournent à leur station, donc dans le paradis.
But it is more tasteful, even more tasteful.
Mais-
After they saw the face of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it's more tasteful. Allah knows how it is, you know. But what is concerned the soul, he said it was living before it came into this body,
avant que
was there
l'âme
also.
arrive donc dans ce corps, elle était là-bas aussi.
Was we always in our concerts we tell this you can kannst schlafen. we tell the stories about that.
Nous avons l'histoire de
I don't know, it's not so good, but we know the real, original, traditional story when Allah asked.
nous connaissons
L'histoire
l'histoire traditionnelle.
Story, it's happening.
Le récit. Nous connaissons le récit
On the day of promise,
du jour des promesses.
yeah, we were asked,
Quand Allah a demandé
Alastu bi rabbikum,
aux âmes,
am I not your Lord?
Alastu bi rabbikum, ne suis-je pas votre Seigneur?
Am I not your Lord? And we said, Bala shahidna.
Et nous avons répondu, toutes les âmes ont répondu, Bala shahidna.
Verily, we are witness.
Vraiment, nous témoignons.
Witness. Not believers, witnesses.
Ce n'est
Shahid,
n'a pas dit
witness.
croyant, il a dit
That
témoin,
is a-
shahid.
That is a witness, Elias. That is a witness. you
C'est un
see.
témoignage, c'est un témoin.
There's nothing else than that witness.
Il n'y a rien d'autre que
Doesn't matter which
ce
color or what,
témoignage.
which color, which religion, finally.
Peu
right?
importe finalement
That is
la
a-
couleur,
that is-
la religion.
We were souls that time and we said yes, yes.
Nous étions des
yes.
âmes à cette époque et nous avons dit oui.
Not we believe or something, no, we are witness. Yes, yes. I saw it.
Nous n'avons pas dit nous croyons, nous avons dit nous sommes témoins.
There is a oath. That is called oath
C'est un vœu,
or promise.
une promesse.
The oath is a promise.
Yeah.
Promise is an oath.
Un
Kind
vœu,
of.
c'est une promesse et cette promesse, c'est un vœu.
Yeah, we accepted that.
Nous l'avons accepté,
It was clear.
c'était clair.
And then when we came here,
Quand nous sommes venus ici,
we forgot.
nous avons oublié.
We forgot. With every day of our life,
Chaque jour de notre vie,
we forget, forget,
nous oublions
forget, more,
un peu
until we
plus
are completely covered with ego layers
jusqu'à ce que nous soyons complètement couverts
from our upbringing or whatever, everyone different.
dans nos habitudes, notre goût.
Then comes a call
Ensuite, on
of
reçoit
destination,
l'appel de la destinée.
of creation, of Allah, what He created for you.
Parce que Allah a créé pour nous.
Came the call, and you wake up
Et cet appel vous réveille
slowly, slowly
doucement
from that deep sleep.
de ce sommeil profond.
That is remembrance. That belongs to remember.
Ça,
When we say remember, yes,
c'est de
remember
l'ordre du
the names of
souvenir.
your Lord. You have to remember yourself.
Vous devez vous souvenir de vous-même, vous souvenir du nom de votre Seigneur.
Remember yourself. What happened
Qu'est-ce qui s'est passé
that time?
à cette époque?
How we were feeling
Comment nous percevions les
when He
choses?
asked that question. We were completely ecstatic
Nous étions
when He asked this question. Completely in love,
dans
completely
l'extase,
swinging,
nous
not
étions,
knowing anything, just
nous
in
savions rien,
ecstasy.
nous étions juste là.
When He addressed us,
Il s'est adressé à
the
nous.
Lord addressed you.
Votre Seigneur s'est
He's saying
adressé à vous.
He's addressing you. Finish, you cannot. And our answer was also, had the same sweetness, Maulana
Et
says.
notre réponse avait aussi cette même
Our
douceur.
answer was also the same sweetness. Allah Shahidna was so sweet.
C'était si doux, Bala Shahidna.
That is what we are looking for,
Ce que nous cherchons,
very simply.
très simplement.
Doesn't matter in which dress.
Peu importe dans quel habit,
Allah is
dans
not
quel...
looking dress or title or what. He will also not ask, what have you been? Have you been a Muslim? Have you been a Jew? A
Allah, il
Christian?
ne demande pas, il ne
Hindu,
regarde pas vos habits,
Atheist, communist,
vos titres.
socialist?
ou il ne vous demande pas si vous étiez juif, chrétien, athéiste.
No, he will look to your
Monarchiste.
heart. It's written.
Il
He
regarde
says,
vos cœurs.
no, only looking to your heart. I'm not interested.
C'est écrit. Il dit, je regarde juste dans vos cœurs.
I'm looking to your
Le
heart
reste,
only. What you are bringing? You are bringing a
qu'est-ce que vous amenez?
loving heart,
Vous amenez un cœur aimant,
a heart that was looking for me,
un cœur
even once
qui me cherchait,
in the
même
lifetime.
une fois, qui me recherchait même une fois
Did you bring that?
durant la vie
Or even,
terrestre,
and that is what he is looking for, qalbu salim, pure heart.
ou même un cœur pur.
Pure heart. That he is waiting for, that he is looking for.
Voilà ce qu'il recherche, voilà ce
But
qu'il
you will not
attend.
ask the other.
On ne va pas demander autre chose.
What you want to do for, what he needs your prayers.
Est-ce qu'il a besoin de vos
He's in need
prières?
of your prayers.
Est-ce
Of
qu'on
our
a
prayers.
besoin
He needs.
de nos prières, vous pensez?
No. It's for us.
C'est pour nous.
It's a gift for us.
C'est un cadeau pour nous.
Doesn't need anything.
Il n'a besoin de rien.
You come into a field you cannot understand. You get crazy. Sheikh Hassan says you must stop and you must also not ask every question. You must be careful.
Le Sheikh a dit on rentre dans un champ de questions qui peut vous rendre fou. Et il a dit il faut savoir ne pas demander toutes les questions, ne pas poser toutes les questions.
Ah. What is concerning you, you must ask.
Ce qui vous concerne, vous devez demander.
And then, yes. What happened? It was written for us to appear in this time.
Qu'est-ce qui s'est passé? Il a été écrit pour
Today,
nous apparaître dans ces temps.
sitting in the monastery of San Francisco,
D'être assis aujourd'hui dans le monastère de
and
dans le monastère franciscain,
yes,
Drink tea and coffee.
half in the sun, half in the shadow,
à moitié dans l'ombre, à moitié dans la lumière.
everything written,
Tout est
alhamdulillah.
écrit.
And you can't be a murid from Maulana if it is not written.
Vous ne pouvez pas être un mouride de Maulana si ça n'est pas écrit.
It is known and written and decided
C'est
on that
écrit
day
et c'est
or before.
décidé ce jour-là ou avant.
Allah knows.
Allah le sait.
Sheikh Hassan said when he created this, everything was done. He was enough. Kun.
Quand il a
Kun fayakun.
créé cette création, tout avait été déjà
So
décidé.
everything is written and
Tout est écrit.
he said also in the cave,
Il a dit dans
the
la
Prophet
grotte,
Muhammad,
quand le prophète était dans la grotte,
he went for Hijrah to Medina.
quand il a fait l'émigration de la Mecque à Médine,
Then he left with Abu Bakr Siddiq and the third one
il a quitté avec Abu Bakr
who was showing
Siddiq
the way
et un guide qui montrait la voie.
and followers coming.
Et des gens qui les pourchassaient arrivaient.
And then they found this cave,
Donc,
Thawr.
ils ont trouvé cette grotte.
Today, if you go to Hajj, you visit it.
Aujourd'hui, quand vous allez au Hajj, vous
You
pouvez
know it,
visiter.
Ilyas?
No, but I had a question about this paragraph. If you continue, maybe you will answer me without
Maybe, maybe. Yes, he is going. He's going to that cave with Abu Bakr Siddiq inside, and then there is
Il est entré avec
Some
Abu
animals.
Bakr Siddiq
there is
dans la grotte.
2 eggs of a pigeon,
Il y avait 2 œufs de pigeon,
I think,
un
Non.
nid, oui,
and then a spider.
et une araignée.
The spider, he made a net quickly
Et l'araignée a fait une toile
In front of
rapidement
the
quand ils sont
in
passés
front of the entrance.
dans l'entrée,
They are
juste
sitting.
après.
And then the followers, they are coming.
Et les pourchasses,
First of all, he was Abu Bakr Siddiq. He was afraid, not for himself.
Abu Bakr Siddiq avait peur, mais pas pour lui-même.
Yes, he was afraid for Sayyidina Muhammad.
Il était inquiet pour Sayyidina Mohammed.
For his safety.
Then what happened with that snake?
He was waiting 500 years there to see him.
No, no.
And
Yes.
Abu Bakr closed the hole.
Et
Yes, there was a snake
il y avait dans cette grotte, il y avait un serpent.
500 years waiting.
which knew and was waiting to see the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi
Ce serpent, il avait la connaissance, et il attendait depuis
500 years waiting.
500 ans.
And biting Abu Bakr.
Yes, because
Il attendait
there was a hole.
de
blocked
voir
it
le
with
prophète.
his toe.
C'est
He
Mohammed.
blocked the hole of the snake with his toe.
Yes.
Yes, with his feet.
Et comme Abu Bakr, en s'asseyant, il avait bloqué
And
le
the
trou du
snake
serpent,
Bit him.
bit him.
le serpent
And the
le
prophet was
mordait
sleeping on his lap.
pour pouvoir sortir.
Yes. And then, when he was awake, and the snake was there also,
Yes. And he complained to Rasulullah.
yes, was complaining. to Rasulullah. I bit him because he was preventing me to see you. I'm waiting 500 years.
Le serpent donc s'est plaint. Ensuite, il a dit je l'ai mordu parce qu'il m'a gêné pour te voir.
Then they came, and then Abu Bakr, he was saying that he is afraid for his Rasulullah.
Et donc Abu Bakr en fait était inquiet pour Rasulullah.
And then he said, don't be afraid.
Et il lui a dit ne sois pas inquiet.
What he said?
We are two.
In Allah ma'ana.
We are two.
Verily, huh?
He said, we are two.
And Allah was the third.
Prophet Muhammad said, no, we are three.
We are three.
They said, we are only two. With all the people coming, he said, we are only two against all the people attacking
Who said that?
Abu Bakr.
Yes, but what the Prophet said?
No, we are three.
We are three.
Yeah.
La taghaf.
Inna Allah
No, we are three.
Don't be sad. Verily, Allah is with us.
Yeah.
Ne sois pas triste, Allah est avec nous.
And then he gave some readings.
Ensuite, il a donné
Some special readings
un enseignement
for
particulier.
protection
Il a récité quelque chose pour la protection,
for Abu Bakr Siddiq.
pour Abu Bakr Siddiq.
And there is a time when the Khatam, because there was not only two people, Allah, yes, but there was also 7,007 Naqshbandi sheikhs.
À ce moment-là, il était dans
Hein? Yes,
ce moment-là,
7,007 Naqshbandi sheikhs
il n'était pas seul dans
with their
la
murids,
grotte, dans la grotte.
all in the cave.
Il y avait aussi la présence
Do you believe it?
des 7007
Yes.
Lakshmani Sheikh et tous leurs mourides.
Yes, she says yes.
Till now.
Huh?
Till now. From this time till all
Yes,
times.
yes,
That's what it was.
yes, yes, yes. Sheikhs, there are sheikhs, and there's a golden chain of the sheikhs, but then there's sheikhs.
Tous les Sheikhs. Lakshmani.
And then, yes, and then Abdul Khali Wajrawani, Kharasar Sarah Aliyah, he established our zikr,
Et
our
Abdel
weekly zikr, our khatam,
Khalid
the
Dawani,
khatam Hajagan.
l'un des maîtres de la chaîne, c'est lui qui a établi notre zikr hebdomadaire, le Khatm Khawajagan.
Was given there,
Il a été donné dans
And-
cette...
and then they gave bayat, all of them.
Et dans cette grotte, ils ont pris Bayat, tous,
It was Rasulullah sallallahu
avec
alaihi wasallam.
Rasulullah.
They said Allahu, Allahu, Allahu Haq, Allahu, Allahu, Allahu Haq, Allahu, Allahu, Allahu Haq. Yes?
Can I just ask, there are two lines in this, and they say in that cave, only those who were present in the cave of Thor on that day would be destined to become followers of the most distinguished Naqshbandi from that time till Qiyamah.
Yes.
So as if there is a limited number of people that are destined to be followers. So that excludes other people.
No. No, not excluding anyone.
What he says, only those who were present in the cave. He could have said everyone, not just in the cave.
The cave was so big that it was encompassing everything.
Allahu Akbar.
What do you mean, time and space? If this is happening, what about time and space? Allah can do as He likes.
Qu'est-ce
It
que,
creates time and time, and space and space.
qu'est-ce que tu entends par le temps et l'espace? Allah, s'il a créé cela, il peut créer toutes choses.
But this,
That's
And the
only
same
a name,
paragraph.
Elias. It's only a name. You are fixing a name. Why?
What?
There's the light of Allah, and it's reaching everywhere, with everyone.
So
If you say
strong.
Naqshbandi, you have also the baccalaureate, then you have the 12th class, the 11th class, 10th class, 9th class, 8th class. Yes, you say 8th class, but there's no difference actually. Only you are in a different
C'est juste
stop,
un nom.
a different kind of development. Now this fruits are coming.
Mais la lumière d'Allah,
Yes.
elle touche toutes choses.
Yes, you cannot take them, or before you couldn't take them. Everything has its time, his
Chaque
steps.
chose a un temps,
this from one of the Sorbet of Morana,
un espace.
explaining with how the chain from the Naqshbandiya coming from the growth in there in the cave, that the people from before, present and future, all the soul destined to be Naqshbandi was already there from pre-eternal to eternal at the moment. Outside time and space.
Oh,
That is different. And from there, we have all the Naqshbandi are coming out. But you talk about 70,000, but every sheikh with the murid, with the, just explaining why the Naqshbandi is exclusive, the most distinguished Naqshbandi that is in the part of the Sorbet. But then if you put it in a different way, but it's only for the people within the Naqshbandi Tariqa, in the way to have some function connecting with Baya, with Abu Bakr, and not
yes,
for all the people.
yes,
It's different. We connect with other people, but it's
yes,
the other point.
yes. Yes, you see? And all of them, they are connected.
Tous, ils
You
sont
know, they are
connectés.
connected with the others. There's always connection. There's connection to the last atom of this universe.
Ils sont tous connectés les uns aux autres.
And there's clear connections to other tariqats, to other sheikhs and this and that.
Connexion
It's
aussi
all
avec
one.
les autres tariqas.
That is why our sheikh finished with these names. He finished. Last October he finished.
C'est tout est un.
He was not insisting on
C'est
any
pour ça
name.
que
He said, no Naqshbandi.
L'année
I'm not
dernière-
Naqshbandi, I'm not Sufi.
le cheikh a terminé avec les noms.
He just didn't say I'm not Muslim. He didn't say that.
Il a juste dit, il n'a pas dit. Je ne
But
suis
he
pas
said
musulman.
that it's not important in the time of Mehdi Salam if you are this or that.
Il a dit du temps de Sayyidina Mohammed, il m'a dit c'est pas important d'être ceci ou cela.
But most likely, as I come to the subject from the beginning, we will be Muslims.
Mais
In the sense
si
that
je
we
reviens
managed,
au
that we
sens
got the gift to surrender.
initial de la sorba, c'est que nous sommes, en fait ce qui est important c'est d'être musulmans, c'est-à-dire que nous sommes soumis à la volonté divine.
To find the pure truth without
Oui,
color.
La véritable vérité sans couleur.
Yes.
MashaAllah. MashaAllah.
Can I ask one more question?
Uh-huh.
Here, again, in the same book, the Sheikh was saying,
Yahya's book.
Yeah, please.
but this is a discourse.
This is my construction.
This is
Sorry.
discourses written. These are discourses written down. So basically, the Sheikh was saying this, and in one place he was saying, "I am." He was emphasizing many times that only through me you reach God. I have the power, and only me and me and me.
Terrible.
And when I was asking you that I want truth, you are saying me, I. What is the difference? I mean, I have the desire to find the truth, and he have the desire to tell that only through him others will be delivered.
What Jesus said,
Again, I don't agree with Jesus.
you have not many people you agree with.
It's monopoly. I mean, you should.
Monopoly?
Yeah,
No,
again,
it's not a game. It's
you
written in
have to
Quran.
follow
No,
someone.
this is not a game. It's
No, no,
written in Quran. It's not a
C'est pas
game.
un jeu.
This is
C'est
not a
écrit
game.
dans le Coran.
This life is not a game.
La vie
It's
n'est
not
pas un
monopoly.
jeu. C'est pas un
No.
What is monopoly is one person or one other person saying through me, through me, through me. It should be.
Monopole, it is
What
not,
do you mean
not a
saying?
play, it's not a game, it is a...
What do you mean saying? Who is saying? What is saying?
Like, for example, Jesus said, only through me you reach the kingdom of God. And here the Sheikh as well, he was saying that he was taking, they will make a relation. So if I want to read completely, I have been ordered to make clear to you that any time when anyone is losing control over themselves and is in difficult position, they can contact me in my heart, with my heart immediately. If they just think about me, they will make a relation with me immediately. They just need to remember me, and that will make me look at him or her. I mean, this puts him in a position as if he's God, and like, I will
not a
take care of
position.
you. Why should someone take care of me and not directly? Why don't I learn how to fish rather than being given a fish?
Why?
Pourquoi j'ai besoin d'un intermédiaire et pourquoi Allah ne prend pas soin de moi directement?
You know, in our club, there is two words they are forbidden for the murid
Dans,
in
notre-
relation to his sheikh.
dans la relation avec le Cheikh, sur cette voie, il y a
One is why,
la,
the question why,
la première question qui est
and the other word is no.
dangereuse, c'est pourquoi,
These two words
et la deuxième, c'est non.
you are not allowed to use.
Ces deux mots, on n'est pas autorisé à les dire.
It sounds very fascistic,
Parce que
Very-
ça peut sembler très, très,
but it's such a simple rule.
très
Can't believe the
fascisant.
benefit of it.
Mais parce que
If you really try to live with your consciousness these two words,
si vous essayez vraiment
tomorrow you are
d'abandonner
on a different level,
ces deux mots
or earlier.
avec conscience, dans votre conscience, si vous essayez d'éviter ces deux mots, demain ou plus tard, vous avez le bénéfice
Simply
de cet effort.
because
Tout
these
simplement
questions,
parce que ces questions,
they come from the head,
elles viennent de la tête,
connected with some emotions
qui est donc une connexion avec des émotions
which come from the part of the ego,
qui viennent donc d'une partie de l'ego,
and this ego is insisting
et cet ego
to
insiste
exist
pour exister
with his emotions,
avec ses émotions,
with his habits of thinking,
avec ses habitudes de pensée,
with its habit of feeling.
avec ses habitudes de ses perceptions.
It likes even to suffer.
Et même,
It doesn't mind to
il
suffer,
aime-
because when it
il aime
suffers,
souffrir.
I'm existing,
parce que quand il
I
souffre,
suffer,
il existe.
but I'm existing.
Je souffre, mais j'existe.
That is what the ego is saying. Likes to exist.
C'est ce que l'ego,
And then
il aime exister.
Then comes this
aimerait
thinking in which you try
Et ensuite vient une pensée dans laquelle vous essayez
to put a divine reality
de placer la divinité, la réalité divine,
into a matchbox,
dans une boîte d'allumettes.
so that you can say,
Comme ça, vous pouvez dire,
this is my matchbox,
ça c'est ma boîte d'allumettes,
and now I like to smoke a cigarette,
et si je veux fumer une
and I
cigarette,
use the matchbox
j'utilise
for to light my cigarette.
mon allumette pour fumer ma cigarette.
Or what you do with it.
Qu'est-ce que vous faites avec ça?
You cannot do anything. You have to do. You have to leave that. Leave it.
Vous ne pouvez rien faire avec cette pensée.
You can
Abandonnez-la.
discuss. It's okay, you know.
On peut discuter, ça c'est vrai. C'est
But I tell you
d'accord.
that discussing
Mais je
is
peux
from
dire
Shaitan.
que la discussion
And it takes away
est chez-
that little flame what all of us have,
et le
little
shaitan,
flame of iman,
parce qu'elle
of
enlève
love,
cette petite
of
flamme
sympathy, of
d'amour,
opening,
de lumière,
of going to the light, of
d'ouverture,
letting go, of giving up, of
d'abandon,
surrendering.
de-
All these
ce qui nous amène
little plants,
à
they
nous
are
rendre.
just newly growing
où toute cette petite plante,
with their taste.
cette petite semence qui commence à grandir avec son goût.
And Shaitan is very busy. He's not sleeping.
Le Shaitan est très
He
occupé.
is
Il
there
ne
for
dort
that
pas.
purpose.
Il est là pour
Take it
cela.
out. He wants to take it out. He has no other business.
Il n'a
As a
pas
prophet
d'autre-
has no business to do good for us,
Il n'a
he has
pas
no
d'autre,
business, other business than to do bad
occupation.
for us.
Exactement comme les prophètes sont occupés à faire du bien
Nothing between.
pour les gens. Shaitan, il
He
est
wants
occupé
to
à ça.
take your iman.
Il
Whatever
veut
he
prendre
finds,
votre foi.
that is his aim. Nothing else.
Quel que soit votre...
And that is the method.
c'est son but en tout
To
cas.
discuss. Between
Et la méthode,
mu'mins, two mu'mins,
c'est
to
de
discuss
discuter.
is deadly. For the iman, for the belief.
Et entre les croyants, de discuter sur ces sujets,
That is why
c'est mortel pour,
you know,
pour la
that-
foi.
that is discussing, and we shouldn't discuss, we should listen.
On ne devrait pas discuter, on devrait écouter.
Because the principle of everything is listening.
Parce que le principe de toute chose, c'est l'écoute.
What we just said, on the day of the promise, there came the question, Alastu bi rabbikum. There was something to listen.
Comme le jour des promesses, il y a eu une question à écouter.
We were addressed.
On s'est adressé, Allah s'est
Alastu
adressé
bi
à
rabbikum.
nous.
We had to listen.
On devait écouter.
Through listening,
À travers cette écoute,
we responded.
nous
There
avons
was a
répondu.
yes, we responded. We sounded, resonated.
Il y a eu une résonance. Nos âmes ont résonné.
There's nothing but Allah.
Il n'y a rien d'autre que Allah.
He asked the question and he gave the answer also.
Il pose la question et aussi il donne la réponse.
And we had the honor to say that.
Et nous sommes honorés d'avoir dit cela, d'avoir
That he
répondu.
addressed it.
Et aussi qu'il se soit adressé à nous.
So it's a listening. You know, you have to listen. That is the Shah Nakshman al-Waisi al-Bukhari, that famous
Shahbadin Lakshman,
Imam,
ce
pillar
fameux,
of that Sufi order.
le pilier de cet ordre soufi et
Of
le
the
fameux savant.
He said, they asked him what is tariqa, also they asked him what is tariqa. He said, a tariqa sohba,
Il a dit la tarika, c'est la sorba.
wal khayrul fi jami'a.
Et le bien, et wal khayr fi jama'.
Tariqa is
La tarika
zusammen zu sein,
et le fait d'être ensemble.
but the companions, when they were together with the Prophet, that was for a reason.
Mais quand les compagnons étaient ensemble avec le prophète, c'était pour une raison.
It was not a game,
C'était pas un jeu.
not time, passing time.
C'était pas pour passer le temps.
They learned every second,
Ils apprenaient à chaque seconde,
with every word, with every breath,
avec chaque mot, chaque respiration,
every happening,
chaque événement, chaque voyage.
night-time, day, they were together
De
day
nuit
and
comme
night.
de jour, ils étaient ensemble tout le temps.
Not a weekend guru,
Pas simplement
Like me.
un week-end gourou comme moi.
no. All the time, together. I had also the chance to be together with the Sheikh for some time,
J'ai aussi j'ai eu la chance
day and night.
d'être avec le Cheikh, nuit et jour.
Very friend of God, he has to be your friend.
Les amis d'Allah
Must be.
doit être recherché.
Can't be otherwise. Friend of God must be your friend.
Et
It's impossible, he is your enemy.
les amis de Allah, ils sont vos amis.
Shaitan is our enemy.
Ça peut pas être votre
And
ennemi.
secondly, our ego is our enemy.
Shaitan est notre ennemi.
And
Notre ego
thirdly,
est notre
this
ennemi.
world, which is good in itself,
Et ce
has
monde
a
aussi,
function also,
qui
only
a
a
une
function.
fonction qui est bon en soi,
It's very
mais
beautiful.
qui a une fonction qui est
We
très
may
bonne.
love it, but we must not
On peut l'aimer,
put our heart.
mais on ne peut pas attacher
Zikr
notre
must
cœur
be greater.
à ce bas monde.
Zikrullah.
Le zikr doit être
Than this
au-dessus
world.
que ce monde.
There is
Au-dessus.
also an enemy, because we like too much this world.
Et ça peut aussi être un ennemi parce que nous aimons trop ce
Everything
monde.
we want, everything what we see, we want to have
Chaque chose que nous voyons, nous
and
souhaitons
to
l'avoir.
change also.
Nous souhaitons
Must be
changer.
like that, yes, like that. And
Ça doit être comme ci ou
make
comme
so
ça.
many separations,
séparons-
distinguishing,
des
so many things
séparations,
distinguishing.
des
There's no
distinctions.
distinguishing.
Il n'y n'y a pas de...
This world. What we have to do with this world?
Qu'est-ce qu'on a à faire avec ce monde?
Or what the prophets had to do with the world? Nothing.
Qu'est-ce que les prophètes ont eu à faire avec ce monde? Rien.
Only for using
C'est pour juste...
on this earth that you can pray on it.
La terre, vous pouvez prier dessus.
Yes. And worship. And say,
Et faire du
Alhamdulillah,
service, et de
thank you,
remercier-
oh my Lord. That is the
Remercier
reason.
mon Seigneur.
Be happy.
Être heureux aussi.
That is, that is our... What do you say? Our vision, no? So, what we said before?
We said that everything is not a game. It's not a game.
He's not saying a game. He say a monopoly. What
There's a monopoly. There's monopoly. Allah is monopole. Allah is the only monopole. There is no other monopole than Allah. You understand? He is Malik al-Mulk. Malik al-Mulk.
C'est lui,
King of kings.
le roi
Finish.
du royaume, roi des rois.
Malakut, all sovereignty for him. All.
Toute la
All.
souveraineté pour lui.
Everything.
But he said then no intermediaire. So
No, there's intermediaries.
that's the
He
problem.
must involve himself, Allah. Allah, komm mal selber runter.
That is what he wants. That is a direct connection. That is what he wants.
Allah, come
Het is
yourself.
direct
I'm not
connection.
dealing with anyone else than with you directly.
Je
That's
ne
the point,
négocie
that's what you
pas
mean.
avec quiconque si ce n'est avec toi
That
directement.
is what he means. That's it.
Non, il y a
No, there's a way, a very beautiful, merciful way.
une voie pour ça,
I know our ego
Qui est
wants to
belle.
be the first.
et qui est miséricordieuse.
And Shaitan wanted to be in the place of Sayyidina Muhammad.
Je sais que notre ego veut être le premier et que Shaitan voulait être à la
That
place
was
de
the
Sayyidina
reason.
Mohammed.
Where he's so angry.
C'est la raison pourquoi il est
Because he was thinking
envieux
that
et aigri.
Maqam al-Mahmud, the highest Maqam of Sayyidina Rasul, I will get it.
Parce qu'il y a une
Because I prayed
station
everywhere,
qui s'appelle la station du Mahmoud.
all the time. Most prayers from
On
all
sait qu'il allait
angels,
pouvoir l'avoir
I did it.
parce qu'il avait fait toutes les prières plus que les anges.
And we are very, very fine substance, not like this man with his flesh
Et
and
nous,
dirty
l'homme,
intestines.
avec sa chair, ses intestins,
Such a man. We are angels, clean.
un tel homme, parce que eux, enfin Shaitan disait nous sommes des anges, nous sommes propres.
And Allah said to him, make sajda in front of that.
Et
Game
Allah
close.
lui a dit fais la sajda en face de lui, prosterne-toi.
Laksheda, evildoer. Make sajda, prostration in front of him. Said, oh,
Prosterne-toi devant celui-là.
that must be a mistake.
Et il a dit ça doit être une erreur. C'est quoi?
I think I hear not right.
Je pense que je n'ai pas bien entendu.
I am such a fine man, and I was thinking that the highest of the universe, the first, the Khalifatullah, I must be. Shaitan.
Je pensais que je
I am
devais être le représentant, le
directly
calife.
deputy. But Allah said, verily we make the human being Khalifa.
Mais
Fil ard,
Allah
on this earth.
a écrit
Vice regent of Allah on this earth, human being.
nous avons fait de l'être humain, de l'homme, le vice-régent sur cette terre.
So he was very envious.
Il était très envieux.
And then, what happened?
Qu'est-ce qui s'est passé?
He swear to
He was swearing,
make problems.
yes,
for them.
I make problems for human beings.
Il a juré de causer des problèmes.
Everywhere where I find them, I will lure them, I will cheat them, I will trick
Partout
them.
où il les trouve, il
Everywhere.
les poursuit, il les pourchasse.
Like
I will,
obstruction.
huh?
Il les
Obstruction.
triche,
Yes.
il les séduit.
What I can do bad, I will do.
Yes.
Tout ce que je peux faire de mal, je le ferai.
And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, okay,
Allah a dit, ok,
do it until
fais-le
a certain time. When I say finish, it's finished.
jusqu'à un certain temps quand je dirai
Until
que c'est
that time,
terminé.
you can do. But
Mais
my mu'mins, my believers, you
Mais-
cannot touch.
les croyants, ceux qui crois en moi, tu ne pourras pas les atteindre.
It's impossible. They will not fall into the trap of your trap. So that is
Ils ne tomberont pas
where
dans
we are
le...
very concerned about Iman, you know.
Nous sommes très concernés à propos de la foi.
It's a habit, it's a habit.
C'est une habitude.
Doesn't matter, leave it. It's a habit. The ego has a habit, a thinking habit,
L'ego a
behaving habit.
des habitudes, des comportements.
And it comes
Habituel.
it comes from identification.
Ça vient de l'identification.
Now you are waking up, or we are waking up, we try to wake up.
Nous
It's
essayons
the
de
meaning.
nous
We are
réveiller.
saying to ourselves, I am not this.
Tu te dis,
This doubter, this criticism, this thinker,
je ne
this
suis pas ce penseur, je ne suis pas ce...
doing like that, you know, twisting the thoughts. That is something within you says, I am this.
Quelque chose dans toi qui dit, je suis...
I am the seeker,
Cela.
and you are a seeker.
Je suis un chercheur. Et
You are a
tu
sincere seeker
recherches.
for me.
Pour moi, tu es quelqu'un de
In 10 years you are looking.
sincère. Depuis 10 ans,
No?
cherche.
10 years you are looking. So now you are here.
Maintenant, tu es là.
Now you are here. Look at it, look at it, look at
Regarde.
it. Take your time.
Prends ton temps.
You're not in a hurry.
On n'est pas pressé. Tu n'es pas pressé.
You cannot make it before. You know, he will give you when he gives you.
Il te donnera quand il te donnera.
But this is a question. I tell you what is the word for that.
Mais je te dis, cette question,
It's called adab.
ça s'appelle du adab.
Yes, adab means good behavior.
C'est un bon comportement.
And that is actually the protocol. That is a protocol from Allah.
Et ça, c'est le protocole de Allah.
It's not that you have to listen to someone or some intermediator. Or
C'est pas que tu dois
I don't know what, you know. No.
écouter un intermédiaire, un médiateur.
It's
Non.
the lesson in that is your adab.
La leçon dans
You know what
ça,
adab
c'est
is.
le adab, ton adab, développer le adab.
That is the question.
C'est ça la question.
If you go by adab,
Si tu chemines par
by
adab,
respect, by
avec le
listening, by
respect,
patience, by
avec
thankfulness,
l'écoute,
by all these
la
developing good
patience,
characteristics,
la gratitude,
so more and
tout
more
ce
adab,
qui développe le bon caractère,
and you benefit.
tu auras de plus en
And you
plus
benefit.
un bon adab et tu en tireras
Because
plus.
you are able to take from anyone,
Et tu
not
seras-
from a sheikh. No, from a child you will take.
Tu seras capable aussi d'apprendre,
Maybe.
pas simplement d'un enfant,
Or
mais
from
aussi
a
d'un
tree.
cher ou d'un arbre.
Not a problem, but you have adab.
Mais il faut avoir du adab.
Shaitan had no adab.
Shaitan n'avait pas de adab.
After it happened that he made this big mistake,
Quand
and
il a
also
fait
Adam he
cette,
made a big mistake
Cette grosse
in
erreur,
the Jannah before he separated, was thrown out.
et Adam aussi a fait cette
But the
grosse
difference
erreur.
was that Adam, when he came
Avoir
out, he
le
was
du
crying.
paradis. Mais la différence, c'est que Adam, quand il a été jeté, il a pleuré.
He was crying. He was very sad.
Il était très triste.
And he cried for 300 years
Il a pleuré pendant 300 ans.
in Sri Lanka.
au Sri
Sheikh
Lanka.
Yahya was there.
Yahya y était.
He saw also the footprint
Il a
where
vu
he
aussi
landed.
l'empreinte où Sayyidina Adam a atterri.
How high was that?
À quelle
It was
hauteur?
what 2,300 meters.
2,200 meters.
But I didn't reach. It's not, not able to go to
300 mètres.
The near.
Il n'a pas été jusqu'au bout.
And all
Mais
this jewelry,
attention.
the rubies, the smaragd, and all this is all from his tears.
Tous les bijoux, toutes les pierres précieuses qu'on trouve dans ce pays,
And finally,
à partir de ses larmes.
he forgave.
Et finalement,
He got forgiveness.
il a reçu le pardon.
He was asking so much that finally
Il a demandé tellement
Allah gave
que
him forgiveness. He
Allah
forgave him.
lui a pardonné.
And he could have done it earlier. But you know, as the story goes, there was a king.
Il aurait pu le faire plus tôt, mais
He
dans l'histoire, il y avait un roi.
came two beggars to his door.
Il y a deux mendiants qui sont venus à sa porte.
Beggars. Both of them, they asked a loaf of bread from the palace.
Les
But
deux
they were
ont
starving.
demandé donc du pain du palais parce qu'ils avaient faim.
One was very beautiful,
L'un des
very latif,
mendiants était très beau, très très subtil, très...
very adab.
Il avait beaucoup de adab, beaucoup de bonnes manières.
The other one was impertinent,
Et l'autre était
beggar.
un mendiant
Very
impertinent,
ugly behavior,
avec un vilain comportement.
like this. No behavior. The king said, they came to the king, then they said, the king said to the servants, give quickly bread to the ugly one and send him away.
Le roi a dit à ses serviteurs, donnez rapidement du pain à celui qui est laid là et renvoyez-le
And let the other one wait.
et laissez l'autre
Say to him,
attendre.
our bread is not finished, it's just
Dites-lui que
being baked.
le pain n'est pas encore cuit, n'est pas encore fini.
And they asked him, "Yeah, what is the reason, O king?
Ils ont dit, oh notre roi, quelle est la raison?
Keep that waiting.
Pourquoi vous le
The
faites
bread is
attendre?
ready here."
Le pain est prêt en fait. Pourquoi vous faites attendre
He
celui-là?
said, no, let him ask a little more. I like his voice.
Laissez-le attendre un peu plus, j'aime sa voix. Et demandez, j'aime sa
I
voix.
like to see him,
J'aime le voir,
his face.
j'aime voir son visage,
I like him.
je l'aime.
Let him,
Laissez-le
little bit.
un petit peu.
So Adam was crying for 300 years,
Donc Adam, il a pleuré pendant 300 ans
and he became forgiveness.
avant
Okay.
d'obtenir le pardon.
And he took the forgiveness.
Et il a pris ce pardon.
He was very happy.
Il était très
Not
heureux.
completely happy,
Pas
but
complètement.
almost happy. Because something was missing. What was that?
Il me manquait quelque chose. Il n'était pas
Eve
complètement...
and Adam had a garden, and everything was great. Till one day a boy said, "Pardon, miss, my name is Snake. Oh, see that apple over yonder? If you take a bite." Hier hören wir auf. Nachher sage ich Ihnen das. Yes. He was not happy and Allah knew that, and he said, "Go to Eve, she is there." Jeddah.
Allah a vu qu'il n'était pas heureux, il l'a envoyé. Va voir Ève, qui était à
Adam,
Jeddah.
you didn't have to say it twice to him.
On n'a pas eu...
Directly Eve.
Il a
He
directement...
was a giant.
C'était un géant.
Giant. With few steps, he is in Brussels center.
En quelques pas, il
3
était...
steps, 4 steps. And he ran to Jeddah very quickly,
Il a couru vers Jeddah,
and he found Eve,
il a trouvé Ève.
and he said to her, and that is very important for everyone who want to marry
Il
now,
lui a dit quelque chose.
very important lesson.
Il y a une leçon importante pour ceux qui souhaitent se marier.
When he saw Eve, he was so happy, so
Quand il
enhanced
l'a vue, il était tellement content.
from her beauty. She seemed more beautiful than in paradise.
Elle semblait même plus belle qu'au paradis.
Allah. Couldn't speak, he was without speech for
Il ne
some
pouvait pas
time.
parler même pendant un moment.
Then when he recollected his mind,
Quand il a retrouvé ses esprits,
he didn't say, but he said to her,
il n'a rien dit, mais il a fait le geste bien.
and she answered him, she said,
Elle lui a répondu.
Yeah.
that is, alhamdulillah. I call you gentlemen, but you know what you are. The best one is who is most friendly to his wife.
Le meilleur, c'est celui qui est le plus gentil avec son épouse.
He has the most iman.
C'est celui qui a le plus de foi.
They said, who is the best? He said, the best is the one who has the most iman.
Ils disent qui est le meilleur,
Then,
celui qui a
they
le meilleur.
they want to know who is from us the best. They asked again.
Et ils ont demandé les compagnons qui est le meilleur entre nous.
Then he said, the strongest iman of you is that one who is most kindly to his wife.
Il a dit celui qui a la plus forte foi, c'est celui qui est le plus gentil avec son épouse.
Good news, gentlemen.
Bonne nouvelle pour vous.
Yes. Then, what we said?
C'est Adam.
Yes, he saw her and then he was happy. Sayyidina Adam. And Shaitan, he also make a mistake,
Shaitan, lui aussi, il a fait
But
une
heavy one.
erreur, mais une plus lourde.
but both they they were disobedient, both of them.
Les deux
Shaitan was disobedient.
ont été
Adam
désobéissants.
was also disobedient.
Adam aussi a été désobéissant.
And that is the point.
C'est le point.
That is the point. But Adam was different. Shaitan, when he was disobedient,
Shaitan, quand il a été désobéissant,
he said to himself, or he said, I am right and you are wrong.
il s'est dit, la différence avec Adam, c'est qu'il s'est dit, j'ai raison et toi tu as tort. Au fond de lui-même, il s'est dit ça.
He said to Allah Almighty, I am
Il a dit
right
à Allah,
and you are wrong.
j'ai raison et tu as tort.
That is what we love.
C'est ce que nous
To
aimons
say,
dire.
I am right. Oh, ich hab doch
J'ai
recht.
raison.
Ich habe doch ein Recht. Habe ich doch auch recht. Sagt der Deutsche. Deutsche, very serious. The Germans.
Les Allemands sont très sérieux, ils disent comme des choses comme ça. J'ai raison.
Yes, and
Tu as
then when he was offered forgiveness,
Et quand on lui a proposé, quand il lui
Shaitan.
a été offert
he
d'être
was
pardonné,
offered forgiveness. Then he said,
il a dit,
no, that is not my fault, it's your fault.
ce n'est pas ma faute, non, c'est de ta faute.